Those women who are in the military, most of the time, if they don't have a military partner, they pretty much got someone to take care of the kid for the most part. Because a lot of families will take care of their grandchild, niece, nephew, whatever, if the mama go to the military.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They will support
That's
her like
true,
that.
but a lot of times, I mean, I don't. I guess it's kind of off topic, but
Mhm.
when women get in the military, they get kids. Well, before they join, they make them give up their custody to a family member.
Right. Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
So that they can actively deploy and take care of the country the way
Yep.
it needs to be taken care of.
Yep.
And before you say anything, I want to ask this question: do they have it to where when you sign up, having kids or family planning, do they put a restriction on it saying that, hey, excuse me, you can't begin to try to make a family until you fulfill X amount of years or X amount of days?
No.
They don't put
No,
that on
not
you.
at all.
Okay.
But at the beginning of it, at the very beginning, let's say where a man go in there and say he 18, he want to sign up.
Yeah.
They let him do it. If a woman's 18, she want to sign up. They ask her, "Do you want to have kids first?" Like that's their first question to her.
Yeah, that's like
And
in
if
the
she
same
says
role
yes,
with policing and being a doctor, because
Okay.
they hire those who don't have emotional attachment, so where they can dedicate most of their time to that.
True.
Right.
Task at hand.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this since we're talking about it. Should they have to do this? Should they have to sign up for selective service? Should they, or should they be made, you know what I'm saying, forced the same way males are? Because men have to do it. You don't have a choice. When you get your driver's license, there's a few other documents. Well, even if you're a felon.
Oh, okay.
Even if you're a felon, oh, absolutely, you can be drafted as a felon. Oh, it's rules to this.
They can now?
Yes, yes, and
did it, but
well, it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Let me say that, but there is a law in place, and I'll have the information next time.
Gotcha.
I just thought that was so crazy that it's like they willing to take any warm body during times of war.
Yeah.
If you're a male and they draft you, you willing to go? Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Don't go, then you're gonna have to answer to that.
So.
What's the alternative to that? If you're in prison and they draft you,
Yep.
You say no, you're
already in prison. Right.
So yeah.
That's true. Maybe they can tell you something like, you'll get out. I mean, I don't know. But so should women be forced to do this though?
I feel like this, man. If women want to be treated as equals in today's society and be accepted as they are, in which I feel like they are entitled to that right, then of course they should be held, or considered in that list when it comes time to draft for the war. Because if you can make a choice about your body,
right,
you can push for equal pay in the workforce,
right?
Then you can pick up an AR and cover me.
I agree. Now, let me ask you this though. Pertaining to that, what about, and these are not both within the military, right? But what about those guys who don't feel comfortable having a woman cover his rear?
I don't even think it's that he don't feel comfortable.
Wow.
I think
that was a curveball boomerang.
I think
Somebody clucked me in the head.
I think the realization of that is like we were talking about. If you got two soldiers, male, female, and they both get shot, you're responding to her first. Like out of instinct, out of male instinct, you responding to her first.
Yep. Right, that's right.
And he could be more damaged.
Yep.
He might need more medical attention right now, but we going to her first.
Yep.
So that's why it was always a big argument. Why should they be on the front line with us? But from lately, they are on the front line now.
Right, and it's no knock for those who are out there because there are women, and I think they do a phenomenal job.
I wanted to respond to what you said, like a guy who wouldn't feel comfortable with the female covering his rear. Let's say that if they get out and then they go and join the police force, and his partner is a woman, they build up their working relationship to where they trust each other.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
We don't have no problem with this. So that's a contradiction that will fall on the mindset of the man at hand.
True.
Perhaps he should reevaluate himself, thinking that hey, she gonna cover me, and I know she gonna do a phenomenal job. Opposed to you supposed to be back at home pregnant with your feet up.
Well, okay, and that's true. But on the flip side of that coin would be police force and active military are totally different.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I would say
put those two together and use those kind of like a comparison.
Absolutely. But that's
from being a vet to joining the police
because it's easier, and that's exactly what I'm saying. So it's a step down from being active duty in Iraq to patrolling. Not saying that the danger, you know what I'm saying, but it's like
even
equipment that you use, you're not using that heavy duty.
Well, I mean, once you go,
military police don't do the same thing
that regular
police do.
Right? Absolutely.
But then, like when you got grunts, because that's what we call them in the Marine Corps, we call them grunts.
Yeah.
I don't know too many grunts females that get out and actually pursue
right
legal
career
law
in like law
for
enforcement, making sure that
I don't know who any that want to do that from whatever they get to see, the tragedy, the violence.
We need to get them numbers on that, in fact, because this is a real intriguing dialogue
I mean,
from the start.
absolutely,
Gate,
absolutely. I mean, because it's a great conversation when you look at the fact that the fire department is thinking about changing their physical test back to what it was because they altered it for women. Right, they altered it. The 200-pound dead man carry.
Yeah.
They changed that for women. Right, they thinking about changing it back. You see what I'm saying?
They should. It ties back into equality.
Because she might have to pull one of her fellow firemen.
That's it right there. And he 200 something. Right.
So once you
for the women that work in the mine, they have to carry about 75 pounds of equipment on them and do whatever it is that they're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now. And I want everybody out here to understand that we are not getting on women. That's not what we're doing. We're just simply asking the question and posing different points of view. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is. And I hope that everybody can see that and understand that we are not advocating for women to not be equal. That's not what we're doing.
Not advocating for women to be equal.
No, to not be equal.
I said not.
Yeah. Because we want them to be equal on every level. We just simply asking because
some things they really can't do.
Bam. And I had the conversation with my wife.
Physical abilities.
Right. The physical capabilities are certain things that women just can't do.
Now, I don't think your wife could probably carry you out the house on her shoulders if the house caught on fire.
And without but
and baby girl will do it.
Well, but what my wife told me was, I physically can't do it, but I'll figure out a way to get you out the house. Okay. And that I can believe because my wife is very smart. You know what I'm saying? She would figure out a way. She physically couldn't do it. She might, I don't know, tie a rope around me. You know what I'm saying? And pull. I don't know. But she was like, I would figure out a way to get you out the house. And that's true.
And that's a huge difference from night and day compared to someone being out in the field and not trusting the female covering the rear.
Absolutely.
The house burned down. I know you got me.
Absolutely. I mean, and
that is
like I said, it is. But for the person
who's probably been with that person for years.
Years.
So you have nothing but trust in them.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Total trust.
If something were to happen, you'd be like, I know this person's gonna get me because they know I'm gonna get them.
If you were enlisted for years. Seeing this chick around the base.
It'll still be the same way.
Yeah, it's still the same. I mean,
like you said, when police officers get with an officer and a partner, they build a rapport. That's how police.
Then they're blue.
Yeah.
Then
they're blue. In the military, they're green. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We're all green. Got dark green, light green, but we're all green. So you build a rapport with people, period. Absolutely. But I mean, it's always gonna be that one that you dislike in the bunch.
Yeah, always.
You're gonna be like, man, I wouldn't want him behind me in the bush. Mm-hmm. But if it's her and y'all have a rapport, I think it'll be the same thing. I mean, she can hold a gun, she can hold a saw.
That's right. I think it'll come down to just a few physical things that makes the difference. But truth be told, women are more technical than we are. So, like you said, she hold a gun. She probably can shoot better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like just on average, because she's more focused in, right? Now you throw something else in there, then that might give the man the advantage. But
where she missed that mark, but if you give her that time to take that shot, she'd be like that sniper that shot the other sniper through the scope.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So that's why, and that's just the other side of the argument for the male who would say he don't want a female watching his back. But who's to say what kind of combat experience he has? You know what I'm saying? But what movie was that? The military movie, but it was in Mogadishu. Black Hawk Down. Yeah. The dude said, I don't care if it's a man, woman, or a child. If it moves, you shoot it.
Yeah, that is the motto.
Right, because anybody can pull a trigger.
It ain't even that. Over there, they have mines. They have
IEDs,
and
right, but
some other kind of mines.
Like they said, just because you see a woman,
they'll walk up on you
and blow it right, and just because they know our Western sensibilities are to cater to women
and children,
right?
And
they take advantage of that, right? Because over there it's not like that. They'll use those as weapons.
You know
what I'm saying? Right.
It's a different type of different story.
So, okay, so switching the equality. I mean, we're still on equality, but switching the subject. So let's go from military to workforce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So with all things being equal, would you want a female boss?
I've had a female boss.
Me too.
She's been pretty cool. And then I've seen some riffraffs when she's been pretty hard on. I mean,
absolutely.
You have it coming. But my view of that situation is as long as you're qualified to do the job without bias,
that is important.
What I got to do, boss.
Yeah.
What's on the resume for today?
And I think that's good. I think it's hard for a lot of men to take direction from women.
It's just
I think it
their
is.
background because that someone had instilled it into them, or they saw that somewhere and picked it up somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody is different. We just all have different opinions and views, and that's what makes everything so unique.
I mean, but in the workforce, I wouldn't say we're ever equal anyway, because some people have the experience and some don't. Some people have the leadership skills, some don't. Some people have the drive to do more than one job.
True.
Get promoted, be in a different position, and some just be like, look, I just wanted to come here and make a check and go home.
Okay, so since we said that, let's go ahead and talk about places like fast food restaurants and department stores and grocery stores. You get one from the go, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it's always going to be that woman. Why they always put them in that type of position, though? Of course, you have some in the back that are stocking properly.
It's rare.
Excuse my shady side. The ones that are not attractive, they will probably put them in the back and have them doing stock. But they always put women
that
up front.
Cute looking.
The cute looking ones, and they let them be the face
cashiers,
of the companies.
Right.
Sectors of the industries.
Peanut
They'll
went the wrong
be
way.
using them as a face. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, and I ain't mad at that. I'm just gonna be honest with you because you have to have something that's gonna draw people in.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that's marketing. I think more so than anything else, advertising.
Having
that like sexualism.
Huh?
You think that's why?
Yeah.
I think it's sexualism.
It might be sexualism. I
mean,
think
but
it's more so that most men don't apply to be cashiers. Just like, you can always find a man pushing carts in because they always apply for that. That's a low skill job.
But then why we don't see women doing that?
Because they don't apply for it, like you're saying.
Every blue moon I see one out there.
I mean,
but they don't apply for that. They apply for being cashiers.
But
or they apply for stock. Well, all they do is put the stuff on the shelf. They don't apply to unload a truck.
But what about those that come into that industry and they be like, hey, whatever position is open?
No, but let's say this though. What if all the women that apply for cashier position? All of them.
Okay.
All of them are not going to get it.
Who gonna get it?
The young ones.
The young pretty ones, right?
The young pretty
because
ones.
You got young ugly ones. Right? It's gonna be the young because like you said, if all the women are applying for cashier positions, but when you walk into the store, you see women in the back.
Yeah. You see them walking around.
It's only 2 or 3 in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And it's normally, like you said, the young pretty ones.
Yeah.
That's what you want in front of your business. I'm not going to a McDonald's and I'm sorry, y'all. I would just rather eat with pretty faces in front of me than ugly faces. To see it's what it is. That's why they put them there. That's why they put them there to draw men in.
It's kind of like a servitude position in the workforce still, because it still was written by a man's blueprint. Because once upon a time there was no women allowed to work. Remember?
Right.
Well, now that they did that, they kind of like put it to where they put them in a lower position that's kind of still catering to people, because these young pretty women are still serving these people when they scan their stuff and they have them put it in the bag if they don't have a bagger.
Well, Walmart's messing up the game. They got self-checkout and they don't want to work.
Right.
You see a bunch of young women. I mean, because now it look like only men working at Walmart, because they be the ones in the back stocking,
slanging the boxes.
Bringing out
slanging out the
express
boxes.
orders.
Yeah, right. But, working hard.
Yeah,
working hard.
Like the women.
They normally, like I said, the cashier, the one with the attitudes. You know what I'm saying? And all that. I had to tell somebody at Six Flags because they ain't like my thing in, and I went off because me and Pops was in the same thing. But anyway, I had to tell her, if you don't want to work here, don't come to work.
Right.
You got people's lives in your hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is not
a roller coaster. It's gonna be
an issue, right? And hey, you know how the little thing be like, it goes slow before it go fast. So it's chick, and the little operating booth is right here. So we got to pass it.
Right.
Oh, me and Pops cussing their ass out all the way. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. They cussing back, though, because like I said, we in the A. You know what I'm saying? So, and all the rides are operated by young folks.
Yes.
20, 21, 22.
Yes.
So
That's
when we
market,
like,
yes.
such, they like such. But the ride is moving. So we like this, and they like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you too. And we like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
Crazy, but I remember when I went to Six Flags,
this was
when
crazy.
I was a teenager, man. I do not recall seeing anyone under the age of 20.
That's what I said.
Machines,
bro, they got kids. They got kid operators. Yep.
For years. So
absolutely.
When these employers go to do their review, we know this man is going to make sure the public is safe. He's been working that post for all these years.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? How can you put trust in someone that's just learned how to damn drive?
You can't. No, you're right though.
I'm not going to sit here.